Hey everybody, I'm Drew. Welcome back to the channel. We're just out here checking on some corn. But before I do, I got some cards and I had a mail day, and this came from J Average Vintage Collector. And maybe his channel says he's average, but he's not an average guy. So thank you, Jay, for this challenge corn. Challenge corn. This is the corn. This is a challenge coin. I did not have one. In fact, I hadn't heard of them, so it's got a lot of great detail to it. And John, 3D 80s kid, sent me this. Isn't that great? It's based off the old Pee Wee Reese card, Bowman, I believe, but that's John's card. And I think that's supposed to be John there on the, sliding, and Pee Wee Reese maybe, I don't know, maybe that's Sammy Thunder turning a double play on John. I don't know. But thank you for that, John. And then he also sent this, and this has got Theo, and and then we've got Pepino Man, Sammy Thunder, we've got Dan up here, and of course John in the lower right, and that's the 4 collectors. So they've all autographed that. Theo's got to work on his penmanship, though. I might sit down with him in the National next year. And also sent this great sticker. And then I picked up some Eddie Watt cards, and these were put out by Pro Cards. This is a 1990. It's got McDonald's on the back. I don't know the association. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. And again, when he's with the Tucson Toros as a pitching coach. And another pitching coach card. This is from 1989. The one before that was from 1988. And actually, I've got a guest here. I'm gonna pause this video for just a second, and I've got a quick announcement.
Join me on October 5th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central for a live baseball chat on 4 collectors.
All right, so thank you to Mr. Watt for that promo. October 5th, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. And John Mangini is going to co-host with me once again. Dan from Dan's Baseball Vintage PC couldn't make it this time, couldn't fit it into his schedule. And so we went to the bullpen, and we got Theo. Theo's going to join us to co-host this next round with Mr. Watt live. So this spring, Theo from the Clemente Collector, or 4 collectors, called me up and said, hey, I'm having some trouble growing this Clemente card. Can you guys do it out in Nebraska? And I said, yeah, we'll give it a shot. So let's go see how we did, shall we? Yeah, all right, I think we did all right. Here it is. Look at this. Now, this is not the price that I paid for it. And I actually picked this up for Theo. And this is the back of that. And then I had reached out to also Mark from Brewdog 21, and he did not have this card. So we have Theo, who did not have this card, Clemente Collector, Theo, Brewdog 21. These 2 guys are known for collecting Clementes, and they got a big collection. So how they don't have this card in their collection, and I do, I don't know, but that's kind of crazy. But wait a second. Look what we got here. We got a second one. And so, hey, this was an 8. Again, I didn't pay the 60 bucks on that, but in truth, I'm kind of bragging just because, you know what, neither one of these guys have this card, and I've got 2 of them. But this one here is actually going to go to Theo, and this one here is going to go to Brewdog Mark. So I was happy I could find these cards for you guys, and I'm looking forward to this going to good homes. So, Roberto Clemente. All right, so we're checking on the corn. Looks brown, right? Well, we wanted brown. This is used for fuel, and it's used for feed. And so the ears are actually falling off down here. Yep, right here they are. We've got to wait till this entire field. There you go. Isn't that nice golden color to that? We got to wait for this entire field It'd be completely brown, absolutely no green in it. And then you can take this into market or use it for feed. So there you go. Go Cornhuskers. All right, I got a few more cards I was going to talk about real quick. All right, I had a couple pickups I was just going to talk about. This is a 1956 Topps card of Willie Jones. Pudd'nhead is what they called him. He's a South Carolina native. He served in the Navy during World War II. He was a top fielding third baseman in the National League during the 1950s. He's part of the 1950s Whiz Kids for the Phillies. Robin Roberts called him the second best third baseman behind Brooks Robinson. He's in the Phillies Wall of Fame and he's a two-time All-Star. All right, next up, 1955 Topps of Art Fowler, South Carolina native. Again, he had a brother named Jesse who pitched for the Cardinals, and he was 24 years older than Art. It's the record for the largest age difference between two brothers. He played for the Reds, the Dodgers, and the Angels. He was a longtime coach, and he was active between 1969 and 1982. All right, a 1953 Topps. I can't stop buying these. He's a Connecticut native. He worked as an electrician making $200 a month. He quit baseball and took a pay cut of more than 50%. Sandlock made twice the amount in the Pacific Coast League than he did in the major leagues. With no Major League Baseball teams on the West Coast, the Pacific Coast League was very, very popular. He was an outstanding golfer, and he often played with Jackie Robinson. He played for the Braves, the Dodgers, and the Pirates. He died at the age of 100 in the year 2016. Well, keep growing your collection, card farmers, and thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to tune in to 4 Collectors for that Eddie Watt interview. I got to go check on the corn.